How many of you have heard the word FinTech? Have you heard the word FinTech? Type in yes, yes, yes. Give me thumbs up. Yes, fine. So how many of you know the basic meaning of FinTech? Any guesses, any assumptions? Nobody is going to judge you over here. You can give any stupid random answers, but feel free over here, right? So just go on, type in chatbot or unmute yourself and let me know what is your understanding about FinTech. Anybody? What is FinTech? Type in chatbot any random thing that you think is the meaning of FinTech. Use of financial technology, integrating finance with financial technology. Very good, Ayush sir. Thank you. Nitish sir, thank you. Yeah. Anybody else? Come on. I want all of you to be active during the workshop. Yes.
Ma'am, banking plus technology is equal to fintech.
Very nice, ma'am. Banking plus technology is fintech. Now let us understand the finance plus technology. Wow. Priyanshu Kumar ji, you have written a perfect answer. Let's go and understand. Let us start our journey towards fintech for everyone, digital tools which are shaping the modern finance. What is fintech? It is the abbreviation that is used for financial technology. Those who don't know, it is very easy, but it seems to be and sounds very complex, and that's why people have made it so big Hawaii out of fintech, as if it's a big thing. It's not a big thing. It just means financial technologies, which are bringing innovation into finance. In other words, let's say, for example, those technologies which are making the financial activities or financial services easy are known as financial technologies. Am I very clear? It is very simple. Just going, the plane is just taking off. I'll be very simple in my languages and I'll make it very easy for you. Okay, everybody understand this much, that whichever technology is making the financial services easy are fintech. Understood, everyone? Let's go further. It refers to the application of digital innovations, probably the softwares, those technologies which can improve, automate the things for us. Which things? Those traditional financial services which were so complex, we have made with the financial technology an easy thing for us. I'll give you an example. Before a few years, we used to go to bank, right, for having all our financial things, probably to withdraw money or to, deposit money, right? But over here, the financial technologies like mobile banking, net banking, UPI have made our task literally very easy, and we don't need to go to bank for any kind of a transaction. All the transactions are done online. Right. So fintech is what? It is a convergence of finance and technology to make the financial technologies faster, cheaper, more accessible, and more transparent for everyone. Do you understand this definition? Convergence of finance and technology to make financial services faster. Do fintech make the services faster? Do fintech technology make the work faster? Yes, we don't need to go to the bank and we are already doing everything at home. So it is making it faster. Does it make it cheaper? Yes, it is making cheaper. We don't need to go there. We don't need to pay anything for all the transactions. More accessible, everyone from your mobile phone, you can access the financial technologies, do all the transactions, be it your investments, be it your insurances, be it your banking. Everything is more accessible, right? And more transparent, right? You can check all your statements within one finger, right? So one single click. So what do I mean over here is a financial technology is which makes the financial services more faster, cheaper, more accessible, and more transparent for everyone, from large corporations to those people in the rural area who are using the banking for the first time. I hope I'm making sense to everyone. The meaning of fintech and the definition of fintech is very clear to everyone. Give me thumbs up, everyone. Yes. See, understand whatever I am teaching right now. You will have to understand the whole 1 hour of session very, 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 thoroughly, so that the activity and the case studies that we are having at the end of the session in the last half an hour or 45 minutes, you should be able to do it on your own, right? So let's go further with this. So what does FinTech cover? FinTech covers payment and transfers. Let's say, for example, UPIs and all those wallets and cards. Okay, that is making the payments and the transfer of money very, really very easy with the help of a FinTech. Digital lending, that is those platforms which are giving loans and other things without any traditional kind of a paperwork. Online KYCs are being given and the lending becomes literally very easy. Investments, investments with the help of applications like Zerodha, Upstock, Grow, okay, which is a part of a well tech. I will definitely cover in the later stage of the workshop about the components of fintech. One of the component of fintech is well tech, which is helping the wealth creation with the help of latest technologies, latest fintech technologies like algo trading and robo-advisors, right? Insurance, digital policies. We are going to discuss all this in detail, guys. I'm just giving you an overview right now in this slide. Insurance, digital policies, which are being done and taken online, just like Policy Bazaar, is one of the tool with which the policies are AI driven written, the claims are instant settles. All these things are known as insurtech in case of fintech. Compliance, there are regulatory adherence which are being done automated, okay, with the help of e-KYCs and e-signature tools. There are many companies who are part of this regulatory adherence. Blockchain and cryptocurrency, we will talk this at a later stage. Blockchain is a decentralized and a transparent financial structure wherein the transactions between two parties are being kept very with a passkey and making it literally very safe for them to use the financial technologies. One of the example is UPI, which was been launched in India, which is the one of the most successful fintech innovation, which is allowing you people to just scan the QR code and have millions of transactions, whatever you want. UPI have processed over millions of transactions within a month, making India a global leader. Okay, now why fintech matters for Indian financial system. Okay, I want everyone to type in chat board. I hope you understood the question. Why fintech is important for Indian financial system. I want you to think from the Indian perspective. I hope meaning is clear to everyone, which is making our insurance, investments, banking, everything literally very easy, right? So why in Indian context fintech is important? Type in chat board, everyone, or you can unmute yourself and say, come on, quickly. Growing economy, yes, Navneet sir, you're very much right. Indian economy is the most fastest growing economy and the population is so large that the scope for such things, such fintech technologies are literally very high. Now understand this fact that major part of the India, probably we are having round about more than 19,000 villages in India till date, right? And there is those people may not have even the basic banking facilities. So financial technologies can reach to these rural areas and you can have a financial inclusion in such countries like India. It is literally very, very important to have financial technologies. Rightly said by Vikram sir, I was just talking about that for financial inclusion, if we are so much diversified as far as the area is concerned, the culture is concerned, and there are many people who are still below poverty line, it is very much necessary to reach them and give them the banking facilities which can lead to financial inclusion, and ultimately that will lead to the overall development of the economy. Okay, one of the person has written, moving from traditional method to digital technology. Yes sir, very much necessary. When women have access to finance, that's best for our country. Very nicely said by Garima ma'am, that in India, there are still women who are not working, who are staying at home, or even if they are working, the financials are being managed by their male in the house, right? So, if we are providing the financial technologies into their mobile phone and making it easy for them to use, I think they will be able to manage their financials on their own. So, financial literacy and financial independence for women in India is very much necessary, reducing the orthodox mentalities and letting the woman to be on their own feet. Can be accessible to everyone. Yes, Payal ma'am, thank you. Transparent, contactless, real-time, 24/7 availability. Yes, very much right. Yes, keep on writing, everyone. I want, there are almost 74, 70, 87 people in the room. I suppose there should be at least 8 to 9 answers in the chat board. Come on, go on. Fine. So let us understand more on this, that India is merely, an organization with a mass unbacked and underbanked population. As I said, that most of the people are still not connected and not having the basic financial services, right? And to reach them, government is trying their best to give them the digital infrastructure. There are various yojanas that are being given so that people access the global fintech technologies. The numbers tell a remarkable story, as in the market size by 2032, India is expecting the fintech market is projected to reach 990 billion by 2032, which is the annual growth rate of 30.2%. You understand the nitty-gritties of this, how fast we are expecting this financial technologies to grow in India. That means there is a lot of scope. And over 350 million Indians are now using UPI. You go to villages, you go to any panwala gallas or anywhere and everywhere, you will find this UPI users. You will have the scanner and you can scan and to have your own transaction. There is a surge for loan disbursements. 71% loan disbursements are already happened into the first quarter of 2026, which is drastically improving the credit access for the MSMEs and individual firms. The key drivers why fintech is growing with a fast pace in India is government is taking a lot of initiatives. There are concepts of digital India. Okay, there is UPI, there is Aadhaar based e-KYCs that are happening. There are account aggregator frameworks. Account aggregators are taking the information from your account, having the permission from you, and then trying to help you with managing your accounts, right? So they are also a powerful ones which are making the digital infrastructure easy. There is a lot of scope for financial inclusion. I have already talked about it. Startup ecosystems. India has more than 20 plus fintech unicorns. The thousands of startups are being, into financial services. Okay, just go and Google it up that in 2025, how many fintech startups have happened in India. You will be surprised by the numbers. The impact over the undeserved population would be, they will get the transparency. Fintech will provide the transparency. Fintech will have efficiency in loan approvals, in claim settlements, and everything. Accessibility, farmers from any part of the India or the street vendors will have digital payments without a bank account also, right? MSME credit gap. India's MSME gap is of 330 billion. Okay, which is progressive because of the lending platforms that we are having. Now, let us talk about the various digital components. Various digital components or fintech components. Let us talk about it one by one. There are 9 components of fintech. Financial technologies have 9 component, 9 parts in which we can divide the financial services, right? Find 9 parts of 9 components of financial technologies. We will take one by one, understanding each of them more in detail. We'll take up Indian and global examples and we'll try to understand. Some of them you might have heard, some of them you might be listening for the first time. No worries. After the session, you can definitely have a case studies on those examples. Fine. Let us understand digital payments. What do you understand digital by the word digital payments? Anybody? You can unmute yourself or you can type in chat board. What do we mean by digital payments? Very easy. I've already explained it just now. Guys, you have to be active. Come on. Online money transfer, cashless. Very nice, Sakshi ma'am. Yes, keep on writing, keep on writing. Digital payment for you. Very easy question. Real-time money transfer between bank accounts. Yes, Harshita, you're very much right. Come on, go on. Go on, everyone. What is digital payment? Just now we talked about UPI. UPI is nothing but a part of digital payment network, right? Now let us understand the basic definition of it. Digital payments from the foundation to the backbone of the entire fintech ecosystem. Digital payments are the core or the backbone of fintech. They refers to the transactions that are completed electronically without the physical exchange of a cash. So any transactions when there is no physical exchange of money is your digital payment using mobile applications of the banks, probably your HDFC, ICICI banking applications. Internet banking or the net banking are also a part of digital payments. Your cards, you pay with your debit card and credit card. That is also a digital payment because you're not exchanging physical money into it. Your QR codes, your UPIs, or the digital wallet like UPIs, they are all a part of digital payments. The shift to digital payments has been single biggest driver of financial inclusion globally. It has taken up and invited all the rural areas into the Indian financial system. They have been included, and that is why digital payments are the major drivers, right? Now they are more relevant in India because there is a real-time payment volume that is happening in India. There is a lot of crowd, there are a lot of population which are there. Think about it, in last 1 week, how many times you have scanned your QR code? Thousands of times. Yes, for even 10 rupees of payment we are using UPI now. That comes with its own advantages and disadvantages. We are not going to talk about it right now, but yes, there are advantages to it that we don't need to carry the cash anymore. That's the kind of digital revolution that has happened, especially after the COVID time and demonetization. UPI, the first, how this,
No,
yeah,
no servers available.
hello, am I audible? Okay, let's continue. How does digital payment works? Please unmute yourself, everyone, so that there are less disturbances into this. Fine. So UPI is unified payment interface that is everyone is aware about. So I'm not going into the nitty-gritties. Mobile wallets. Okay. Your Paytm, your Amazon Pay, your Google Pay, your Phone Pay, everyone. How many of you are using it? How many of you are using it? Come on, raise your hand. Right. So almost everyone is using these mobile wallets. Now there are payment gateways, the infrastructure which is connecting the online merchants, the banking networks for a card or a net banking transactions are called as payment gateways. Now NFCs, near field communication, and QR codes which have been used for scan to pay the experiences, or physical points have been given for the sales. BBPS, the Bharat Bill Payment System, centralized bill payment platform for utilities, insurance premiums, EMIs. Okay. So in India, the example of digital payments could be your Google Pay, your Phone Pay, your Paytm, your all these things which are there are the part of digital payments that are being done with the help of a super application which is having a QR code. Okay, the global example of this is PayPal. Anybody knows about PayPal? PayPal, anybody knows about PayPal? How many of you are
Ye-
aware about PayPal? What is PayPal?
Roll paper.
What is PayPal? Can somebody write in the chat board? जैसे हमें इंडिया में वी आर यूजिंग पेटीएम, दैट इज हाउ इन यूएसए दे आर यूजिंग PayPal, a global, which are having, they are the pioneers into the online payments, and they are dominating the international e-commerce transactions over more than 430 million accounts. Can you imagine? So if you really want to understand fintech, go today after the session, understand PayPal as a case study and learn it thoroughly. You will have a better understanding. Yes, Sakshi ma'am, you are exactly right. PayPal is the online payment company that allows people and businesses to send and receive money. Very nicely written. Okay, so go home today. A cute little homework for today's workshop, after today's workshop, is to understand the case study of PayPal. I wish I had more time. I would definitely love to do a PayPal case study. Okay, just improving traditional financial system and giving new age solutions to the banking and lending investing just on a click. Yes, Garima ma'am, you are very much right. Chalo, let's go further. I suppose digital payments are clear to everyone. Digital payments are clear. Give me a thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, Vatsal. Thank you, Shikha ma'am. Okay, thank you, everyone. Got your point. Let's go
And
further.
PayPal is a global payment system.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Let's go further with this, students. I'm actually liking the vibe of the audience. You all are literally very active and listening to what I'm saying and responding. In online sessions, such feedbacks are very much important. Thank you so much. Richa ma'am, you want to say something? You have raised your hand. No, right? Let's go further with the second component is digital lending. Second component is digital lending or peer-to-peer lending or lending platforms जहां से आप loans वगैरह ले सकते हैं. Digital lending platforms represent one of the fintech's most transformative contributions. India, where access to the formal credit has historically been a major barrier. Okay, these platforms are using data analytics, machine learning, and credit scoring to evaluate who the borrower is, and not just like a traditional credit history check karna vagera, and then those first time who are the first time borrowers or the gig workers on the road or small business owners who don't have that much of transactions, okay, which are less exposed to the amount of money. This digital lending platforms deliver loans within minutes to, rather than weeks or months. So basically, digital lending platforms are helping the lending or, taking the loans literally very easy. So traditional bank lending required what? Your collaterals, extensive documentation, बहुत सारा documentation था. There was a lot of credit history that was being checked. There were so many branch visits that were happening. So this lending platforms, digital lending platforms, disbursed by an alternative data using your GST returns, bank statement analysis, social media details or e-commerce transactions history to check your credit worthiness. Instead of just getting your collaterals and documentation, your credit history, what these lending platforms are checking is the alternative data they are using. I hope I'm very clear. They're using your alternative data to evaluate and check your credit worthiness, which is making your task easy, taking loan, making it easy for you to take the loans, right? All the things have been done by, all the analysis are done by the machine learning and AI tools and data analytics, and not giving you the burden of, the collaterals. Instant decisioning, AI powered, machines and engines are there to accept or reject your real time application, loan applications. These are fully digital and onboarding. Aadhaar, eKYCs, video KYCs, e-signature, all these are the latest technologies that are being used by these lending firms, okay, which requires no physical documentation. Can you imagine? No physical documentation, everything online for getting a loan. How advanced it is. You can imagine how fintech have taken everything to another level. This is also enabling the credits. How many of you know BNPL? How many of you know BNPL? Can somebody tell me what is BNPL? BNPL, buy now, pay later. Do you know what is BNPL? Aman Raj sir, can you please mute yourself? You are in traffic and there's a disturbance. Buy now, pay later. Very good, Reet. Buy now, pay later. Fine. BNPL, everyone, you have heard it. Buy now, pay later. Some online shopping sites are giving this option, okay? BNPL, anyone? Buy now, pay later, that is okay. But what does that mean? Okay, I'll represent the question in another manner. What is the difference between EMI and BNPL? What is the difference between EMI and BNPL? You can unmute yourself and talk. Navneet sir, please. You're raising your hand. It is the digital payment option where you can buy product and service immediately and pay the money at a later stage. Very nicely written. Pay in installments. Very good. Vatsal, you are correct. Vatsal, Amisha ma'am, you're completely correct. No problem with this. Tell me the difference between EMI and BNPL. You said
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
you said it is in installments, right? EMIs are also in installment. Then what is the difference?
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, dear. Please speak.
Ma'am, buy now, pay later is like uh, buying any product and then paying in later month, next month. And EMI is dividing the total amount in monthly EMIs so that you can pay each EMI per month.
See, it will sound funny and weird to you people.
Ma'am,
BN,
is the buy now PL BNPL adjusted for the value of money, the time value of money later on?
no. Please understand, it's just the marketing gimmicks of firms, right? There is no difference between EMIs and BNPL. They
EMI
both
needs to
mean
be
similar things. Understand? And it is just a gimmick by the companies to divert you, right? It is nothing but a facility of EMI, but just they are trying to give the fancy name to it and making it, a little different. Okay. So P and P2P lending, when we are talking about, which are the platforms which are connecting individual lenders directly to the borrowers by passing the traditional banking intermediaries entirely. Peer-to-peer lending means there are two parties, there is no intermediary who is being there. Okay, that is another kind of a digital payments or digital lending. In India, there is a firm called Lending Card, which is specializing into the collateral-free working capital loans for MSMEs. Okay, now that are there into various cities of India. Okay, which is the form which are being used by various firms for this kind of a lending. Capital float, now it is known as Akara, which was earlier a capital float, okay, which is enabling the lending and offering the instant credit and checkout for e-commerce platforms like Amazon, Snapdeal. Okay, within 2 minutes you get this. If we talk about the international examples of this, if somebody have heard Sophie and Lending Club, they are the ones. Sophie are the one which are loans. Okay, which are the platforms which extended to personal loan, mortgages, investments. And right now, with a fully digital kind of an experience, Sophie started. And Lending Club is the one which is world's first P2P lending marketplace. Whatever the examples written over here, please understand later on we are going to have an exercise out of all these examples and the understanding that I'm giving you. Okay. Now the third component is InsurTech. What is InsurTech? It means digital technologies to every stage of insurance value chain. From the day you start surfing for your insurance policies to the day you settle your claim, everything online is known as insurance, or in fintech language it is known as insurance technologies, जिसको हम short में बोलते हैं insurtech. From the product discovery to policy purchase to underwriting to claim processing to customer service, everything was given online. There is no physical documentation, there is no physical contact. Traditionally, the insurance in India was characterized by a complex products, a lot of heavy pricing, lengthy claim settlement. There was so much of dependence on agents. If you see, there were so many agents that were being there. People pursued that as the whole career. It was that, right? There was so much of commission that was being there. So InsurTech is the technology which is trying and helping us to remove all these barriers. So key technologies which are driving, everybody understood what is InsurTech? Am I very clear? InsurTech?
Ma'am, I have a query on this.
Yes, sir, please.
While InsurTech, what you have said may be a vision statement of InsurTech, but we have still yet to reach that stage. I
Yes.
will amplify. I will amplify it with some examples. Firstly, we are buying insurance online. That is understood. However, the backend check is still seeing the patient's records and all doing manually. Once we are going to a hospital, then also we don't get the immediate reply. We need to wait for some time, and thereafter the initial claim is passed, and then
Very true.
the final claim is there. It might get rejected also based on certain things, some clarification. Again, a human intervention is there.
True.
Now, a hospital is a standalone thing. They send the document from one desk to another desk.
True.
Had it been a totally digital thing, it would have been flagged at the insurance desk the moment the doctor had punched in his prescription. It should have got it into the insurance or systems. However, this is not happening. It is still a PDF transfer, a document which is being checked. So that's why I say that though it is a vision statement, it might be some time before we see what vision that you have just told us.
True. So you are very much right, sir. I completely agree that the exact meaning of InsurTech that we have theoretically, especially in Indian context, it is not been 100% applied, right? As you rightly said that the policies are taken online by the Policy Bazaar or any other tool, but ultimately there are human interventions. We do have to send our documents probably in the physical form, but then yes, there are individuals who are being involved on call, and they will be having the follow-up with you, and there is a lot of human intervention that is still happening. The claim settlements have become easier than earlier, but then yes, that is still there. The complexities are still there. India have not yet reached to the highest level of digitalization as far as InsurTech is concerned. And one of the reason for that is because of the mentalities and the security concerns that we Indians are still having. Because of this, that most of the crowd stays into the rural or semi-urban areas, which are still not okay with buying insurance online. Right? Insurance itself was a questionable thing, and now buying it online makes it even more insecurity kind of a stuff is there into their minds. And I would definitely say the processes from those insurtech firms are also not that advanced that We have reached to the 100% digitalization as far as the fintech is concerned. So I completely agree with you, right? Uh, can I go further with this? I hope I have answered your query, Navneet sir.
Please, ma'am, please. It's not a query, it was just a statement. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
yeah,
to
just
that I
a thought.
interrupted.
Yeah, understood, understood. Very nice thought. Thank you so much for bringing it in. Fine, let's go further. Basically, how these technologies are working, they are basically using the AI and ML model, okay, which is assessing the risk using the data points into the system and then trying to, understand whether the person is worth relying for giving the insurance or not, right? They use telemetrics, sensors which are tracking the vehicle behaviors, users, okay, based on the motor insurance pricing. Chatbots, anyone have heard chatbots and NLP models, which are handling the queries. If you go to any of the websites, not only insurance website, nowadays, if you go to any of the websites, and there is a person saying that there's an AI which is saying from the chatbot that, okay, I'm Nina, how can I help you? Have you ever experienced this? They are nothing but chatbots, which are NLP models, which are NLP technologies, which have been used. Blockchains are, because there is a lot of digitalization, there are chances of frauds and all. So blockchain is the technology which is safeguarding and making the whole thing a little more transparent so that we can reduce the frauds, right? Remote sensing and satellite, which is helping the claim settlements to be little more faster, as well as those areas where are rural areas and more involved into agricultural sectors would be using this kind of technologies, but we are still a little far from all these technologies. They are still on paper. In India, the major players are Digit Policy Bazaar, which all of us know, right? It has enough been promotion that is done, but frankly speaking, to be rightly agreed with Navneet sir, the experiences with this kind of a Policy Bazaar and InsurTech, technologies so far in India has been a little, less comfortable as compared to the other. So India is the country wherein there are a lot of marketplace available for insurance. People still more into investments and less into insurances, right? So there are more than 50 plus insurers that are there, and if we talk about, there are millions of middle class Indians who have still not taken their policies. And if we talk about Policy Bazaar, it has recently been done a lot of good work, but they might have processed over 50 million insurance quotes annually, right? They might have settled so many claims, but to be very frank, the experiences and the processes, as Navneet sir rightly said, are not digital and not processed well. It took a lot of time ultimately. Digit insurance. Digit insurance is simplifying the general insurance claims into entirely app-based application it is, and it has become a unicorn in India over the years because they have a customer-centric models. Okay, they check the documents with video inspect, and with your motor damages and everything are also checked online. Okay, settling the claims in hours. I cannot pass this statement, though it is written theoretically, but I do have some doubts. I don't have any experience of digi insurance, so I won't comment on that. Lemonade, anyone have heard Lemonade? Lemonade is an AI based global insurance, which is the homeowners, the pet insurance, and there are via applications. It can claim as little as 3 seconds into the the flat model which they are using. Okay, which is little more quicker than the Indian applications, it is being said. Fine. Component number 4. How? Okay.
Ma'am,
All of you are clear with the third 3 components. There are 9, so we need to rush now because I have case studies and activities for you people. So I'll be rushing a little faster now.
In Indian
Three
context,
components. Yes, Nitish sir, you want to say something?
in Indian context, insurance policy are taken by the use of agents only. No? Then how that insurance technology will work?
True, true. That is what we have discussed with Navneet sir's discussion, that in India, this particular thing has not fully implemented. Okay, Nitish
Okay,
sir?
okay, ma'am. Understood.
Fine, fine. Let's go further with the component number 4, which is widely used nowadays with your mobile phones, wealth tech. That is wealth related technologies and robo-advisors. Wealth tech refers to those kind of technologies which are helping you to manage your wealth, your investment services, making it more sophisticated financial planning. It is very much easy for those retail investors who are investing for the first time, or young professionals like you and me, or those families which are having less income, middle class people. Robo advisors, algo trading, and Welltech provides platforms which are automatically built to manage the investment portfolios based on your financial goals, your risk appetite, and the kind of horizon you are having for your investments. So basically, your Zerodha, Upstock, Grow, all these applications are making it easy for investors, especially the retail investors, to invest into stocks, mutual funds, okay, and debt. So how this particular robo advisory works, which is trying to risk profiling the whole thing, probably with the help of a questionnaire, trying to understand your goals, your income, your risk tolerance, okay, and then these robo advisors are trying to help you. Algorithm driven portfolio. So there is a concept of algo trading that is there were the where AI allocate funds and access the assets like equity, debt, gold, international using modern portfolio theory. What is done over here is you allow or you instruct the algo trading platform that okay, I want 2,000 rupees of profit. Once I'm reached to 2,000 rupees of profit, you may please stop the transactions. So you can sit and relax in your office, and in background the application will do transactions for you, and the moment your instructions, whatever you have given, is fulfilled, it will stop automatically doing their transactions. You understand? So this algo trading is literally very much upcoming, but as we said, nothing comes free of cost. These applications are charging high amount of commission for doing algo trading on your behalf, and they are not giving any surety about the the profits, right? I hope that is clear to everyone. If you want to go for it and learn more on algo trading, there is a research paper written by me. You can just search algo trading by Dr. Smruti Vakil. You will find a research paper on algo trading. There are various PhDs happening on algo trading. It's something that is literally very upcoming in the Indian market. You can definitely refer to that. Let's go further with this. Automatic rebalancing. Portfolios are automatically rebalanced when market movements cause drift, and you have already instructed. Okay. There are tax optimizations that are happening. Low minimums, invest as little as 100 rupees via SIP. I hope everyone knows what is SIP, systematic investment plan, wherein you monthly invest a certain fixed amount of money into mutual funds, and regularly from your account the money is deducted. So a little of investments is also okay, and directly you can start investing. There are direct plans like zero commission direct mutual fund, which are invest allowing you to invest on a regular basis, right? So Zerodha is the largest and the direct mutual fund at the stock platform that are being integrated with the whole Zerodha's ecosystem. This coin allows the investors to purchase mutual fund directly without any distributor or any commissions. Okay, it directly allows the long-term returns. Zerodha is the platform which has revolutionized, the investment to a larger extent. Upstock again is a very easy to use application. You can start with 100 rupees, invest your money, You can buy your stocks, sell your stocks, you can have your mutual fund tradings from that. So anything and everything that you can do within one single click from a mobile phone, that is the kind of revolution that financial technologies, wealth tech has created. And because of this, the trading has become literally very easy, right? So Grow is another application which is very popular in India as far as the investment apps are concerned. More than 50 million plus registered users are there in Grow. It is the kind of application which first time investors of stock, mutual funds, digital gold, can use this. There are USA applications like Betterment and Wealthfront, similar kind of a robo-advisory services or tax optimization services using the algorithms are being provided, okay, by these applications. So I hope everyone is clear with wealth tech. Wealth tech, everyone is clear? Just give me a thumbs up, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's go further. Everyone, what do you understand by reg tech? Typing chatbot, what according to you is a reg tech? REG tech. Have you heard of reg tech? Yes, Harshita, you're very much right. Regulatory technologies. What does that mean? Please, everyone, type in chatbot. What is regulatory technologies as far as the fintech is concerned? Can you please tell me the meaning? Chalo. If not, let me go ahead. That means it was worth taking this topic, right? So regulatory, as rightly said by Harshita, RegTechs are the regulatory technologies. RegTech applies the AI and ML models or a cloud computing models to help the financial firms to increasingly complex जो भी regulatory requirements है, to fulfill those regulatory requirements into cost effective, accurately, and into easy manner. To all those, let me make it more simple. RegTech is the technology which is making the regulatory requirement of companies a little more easy for them to meet the regulatory requirements. Understand? So it is making this complex regulatory environment a little more efficient, accurate, and cost effective. Compliance cost for banks after 2008 financial crisis has become so costly, and RegTech offers this solution. The core RegTech applications are KYC automation, digital, know your customer using Aadhaar card, video verification, facial recognition that is there in all the applications nowadays, if you know. So that is happening. The AML monitoring AI systems are scanning millions of transactions into real time, okay, for money laundering patterns, fraud detection using these applications, behavioral biometrics, and those suspicious flagging connectivities and activities are instantly being detected. Regulatory reported there are automated generation of RBI, SEBI, and IRDA compliance reports that are being done. Okay, so ऐसी कंपनीज जो कंपनीज को हेल्प करती है रेगुलेटरी रिक्वायरमेंट्स को फुलफिल करने में, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन में, मेकिंग इट इजी फॉर देम टू मैच द रेगुलेटरी रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ SEBI, RBI. I hope that is very clear. Meaning of RegTech is clear, everyone. Give me thumbs up. Yes, blockchain is coming up, Garima ma'am. Stay tuned. Fine, let's go further with this. So if you know, in Indian context, Scienzy, many people have not heard of it because we are the retail investors, and this is the application or the facilities that is for companies. We may not be knowing all these things, but Scienzy is the Indian leading RegTech company which is providing AI powered digital KYCs, right? A video KYC and a document verification solutions are also given. There are more than 150 plus financial institutions which are part of this SignZ, including your HDFC Bank, Industrial Banks, Phone Pays. They are all part of it. They are all the customers of SignZ, which are taking the help from SignZ to manage the regulatory requirements. And believe me, guys, most of the time, most of the starters, why they fail, one of the reason is they are unable to match the regulatory requirements, right? So it is very much necessary for Indian companies to fulfill the regulatory requirements with the help of RegTech, making it easy for them to survive, right? And register themselves. In UK, they have Comply Advantage, which is using again the AI and LNP model, wherein they are having this databases of customers real time. Things are done. Fine. So RegTech, everyone is clear with the RegTech. Give me a thumbs up, everyone. Don't get tired. You need to be active. Come on. There are still few components are to be explained by me. Once I explain all the 9 components, I'll give you task to serve something online, to do some activities and get back. Okay, so stay tuned till then. I know these theories are literally boring, but you need to be with me. Soon we are going to have an activity over here, right? Just stay tuned. Let's go further with this. Have you heard of account aggregators? Have you heard of account aggregators? AA. Anybody who have heard account aggregators? Yes, it is a very new concept and you might not have heard. That's true. Anybody who has heard of account aggregator? Can somebody tell me what is and who is the account aggregator? Come on, come on, come on. Wow, Harshita, you are very, very, very correct. AA is a consent-based sharing financial information. Means your account aggregator is the one who will take permission from the company using their financial data and then trying to, yes, they are regulated by RBI. Harshita, you are right. Let's go further and understand the component number 6. Yes, Vatsal, account aggregator is a financial data sharing system that helps you to securely share your bank and financial information with other institutions with your permission. Yes, this is a very new concept that has been introduced and that is allowing the financial firms to share their data easily and meet up. Ultimately they need a permission from the company. Okay, your data is securely shared with, yes, Sakshi ma'am, it could be for with the bank or the lender. By financial institution we mean it could be a bank or a lender or any other financial institution. Fine. Yes, as you all rightly explained, it is a account aggregator is been launched by RBI in 2021. It's a revolutionary consent-based financial data sharing infrastructure. I'm again repeating, a consent-based financial data sharing means with your permission, your financials are being observed and tracked by these AAs, and whatever the kind of information that you want to share, probably your bank statements, your investment portfolios, your insurance policies, your GST returns, they are all securely shared with your lenders or financial service providers. Okay, with the kind of there is no need for physical documentation or a middleman. Okay, why this matters is because it eliminates the manual collection of documents, the photocopies, to submit financial statements, nothing going easy. It enables the lender to make it faster more accurate credit decisions based on the real financial behavior. You understand? The lenders can take fast decision because they get all the financial data from AA very easily. So becomes easy for the firms to get the loans. You understand? So it empowers the consumer with full control over who is accessing the data and for how long they are accessing your data. 71% of surge in the loan disbursement in financial year 26 are streamlining the credit underwriting process of Indian market, right? If you have heard, Finbu and Perfios are the ones who are the AI platforms in India, which has integrated all the major banks and NBFCs, which are based on the consent-based data flows monthly. Okay, Finbu and this Perfio are the ones in India, and Plaid that is there into USA, which is equivalent US infrastructure, which is connecting the consumer bank accounts to the fintech platforms. Okay, over 8,000 plus financial applications, and which are covering more than 12,000 banks in USA. Okay, just remember and write down the names of this organizations. I'm going to give you a task out of this. Okay. Now let us talk about the components 7, 8, and 9. Blockchain, enabled finance, okay, blockchain and cryptocurrencies, enabled finance, and the AI machine learning in fintech, right? Let's go further with this. What do you understand by blockchain? Yes, it is being hyped so much, and we all are so much into the fear of what is blockchain. We hardly understand. This is not a physical class. Otherwise, I would have explained it with a very small activity, which could have made it very easy for us to understand blockchain. Nevertheless, we can definitely try it online as well. So, what is blockchain according to you? Any idea? Anyone? Go ahead
Ma'am,
and try.
what I understand that in a usual format there is one server, and
Okay.
in which the financial data are stored, the permissions are given by the person who's controlling it, and thereafter the transactions are happening. In a
Okay.
blockchain, this storage of data is divided into a number of servers geographically located at different places, and each
Okay.
one of them has a certificate of authentication in which everyone has to pass that signal. Thereafter,
Okay.
the transaction can be processed. Also, it
True.
serves as a redundancy in case of data loss in one of the systems. The others are there, and they can give the image of that. So it ensures transparency. It ensures safety. That is my understanding of it.
Very true. Clap for Navneet sir, everyone. He has rightly explained the basic meaning of blockchain over here. Okay, very nicely explained, Navneet sir. Okay, somebody have, Pravina have written cryptocurrency. Here, cryptocurrency is just one part of, blockchain. Cryptocurrency is using the blockchain technology. Blockchain is the technology, okay, which is being used while having cryptocurrency transactions. It does not mean cryptocurrency. I hope everyone is clear. Prerna, your confusion is clear. Blockchain does not equals to cryptocurrency. Okay, fine. Priyanka ma'am, you want to say something? You've raised your hand. You've raised your hand. Okay, let's go further with understanding the basic meaning of blockchain. Chalo, let me explain you with an example. Okay, if you somebody have written cryptocurrency, I'll explain into the cryptocurrency example only. Let's say, for example, Amisha ma'am, and there are certain transactions between Amisha ma'am and Navneet sir. There are certain transactions between Navneet sir and Amisha ma'am. There are certain transactions between Navneet sir and Priyanka ma'am. There are certain transactions between Priyanka ma'am and Amish sir. ठीक है, Amisha ma'am. Now, each transaction between each party, party A and B, party B and C, party C and A, party C and D, party D and A, right, are written and systematically managed. Somebody have written a distributed ledger within a ledger. right? So a different ledger will be made for A and B, a different ledger would be maintained between B and C, a different ledger would be maintained between C and D, a different ledger would be maintained between D and A. And all these ledgers are locked with a passkey, which has been accessible to only these two people who are having these transactions in between. So each transactions are being secured with a passkey. Now these transactions are happening into cryptocurrency. Okay. And that is why we